Hey YouTube, I'm back and I want to talk to you a little bit about a subject that's near and dear to my heart, and um, that's family. I'm the type of person that I protect my family at all costs, and a lot of times um, I don't want to say way down or anything like that, but I feel like I have to protect them. And when I say them, I'm talking about my mom, my husband, my daughter, my nieces and nephews, that type of thing, because for years, it's always been me, my mom, and my sister, you know, and I've seen my mom go through hell and high water. And when I say hell and high water, I mean not knee deep, but like almost over the head type high water, but she's always came through. And her strength, it blesses me because now it's like I'm on the other end, and it's my turn to bless her, for taking care of me. And you know I've seen days where we eat, and she may or may not eat. I mean, I was a kid, so it wasn't my concern whether my mother ate. I was a kid. I didn't know. But as I got older, and it's just, I don't know, things change, life change, people change, and it's my turn to do my part and help take care of her. you know so you know this is to all of you who have mothers, fathers, or whatever out there, and you either don't get along, you don't talk, or you don't do anything for each other and things like that. My mom is the type of person that she will give you her last nickel, she will give you her last penny. She'll give you her car. She'll give you food that she don't even, have to give away. But that's just the type of person she is. And I'm not. I'm not. Now my sister is. I'm not saying that I'm selfish or anything like that, but that's the type of person that my mother is, you know. And it's hard for me sometimes because I get mad because I'm like, Mom, why are you doing this for so and so and so and so, and and this and that and the other? And she'll tell me all the time, Riri, you don't do that. You don't disregard people because of this, or you don't disregard people because they said this or did that. My mama loves everybody, and I'm to the point where like, hmm, whatever. I don't need you. You don't need me. I don't need you. You know, I was like that with people, and it's not something that I want to do or want to be like, but it's just me. And yes, I need to change that. Yes, I need to work on that, but that's getting off my subject. We're talking about me. And we need to go back. And I'm talking about taking care of your family. And I get to a point sometimes where I just feel overwhelmed with, if my sister's having issues over here, or my mother's having issues, or my daughter's having issues. I feel like that I should be able to solve everybody's problem. And even though I know I can't, and it hurts me when I can't, or, I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I need to do this, or I need to do this, and I need to do that, and I can't. I can't do it because it's out of my hands, and that's when I have to learn to let God be God. And I went back in the back one time for prayer, and I just told the lady, I was like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. And she was like, I'm assuming she picked up in the spirit. I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm assuming that she picked up in the spirit and she heard from God, and God was like, let me do my job. You trying to do my job. You trying to take care of your mama, take care of your sister's household, your mama's household, your household, your daughter. You can't do it all. You just cannot do it all. And this video is for those of us who feel like we have to do it all. If we don't do it, it won't get done. And that's not true. That's not true. That's not true at all. That's truly not true. Because I've seen God come through with situations that I knew I couldn't do. I knew I couldn't. But you better bet your bottom dollar I was going to try to do something. Something. And, so this is for all those ladies or gentlemen or people who are out there who feel the way that I feel, that I love my family. They're not burdens to me. You know, I get to a point sometimes where I just get overwhelmed and I get evil. And unfortunately I get evil towards them. But it's true. I don't want to be that way, but sometimes it just I push myself to that limit. I'm not gonna say they do it, but I push myself to that limit because I'm torn because I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do this, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like my arms and my hands are tied. And when I get like that, I have to remember that you trying to do God's job and you can't do that. You can't do God's job. My job is to pray about it, give it to God, and release it. And see, I wasn't releasing stuff. I was holding on to it and trying to solve it for myself. And then I would go to God and say, God, well, you show me how to do this, and this, and this, and this. And he'd be like, no, that's my job. I'm going to do this, and this. All I need you to do is pray and back up. That's all I want you to do. Pray and move to the back. And let me step in. So, for those of you who feel, for lack of a better word, burdened, um, who feel overwhelmed with trying to take care of family, trying to take care of yourself, trying to make sure your husband and household is taken care of, trying to make sure that you have this and this going in place for your mom or your dad or your family or your parents or whatever. You have this in order for your sister and her daughters and this and that and the other. So it's just life had got so overwhelming. And when it gets like that, I get evil and I get cranky and I get mad. But I had to learn to release all of that because I can't do all and I can't handle all. And it's just by his grace and his mercy that he can use me to do whatever he needs to do. But for all of you all who are out there trying to do God's job, take heed to my message and stop. You will be amazed at the peace that you will have when you get into your mind that you know that it's God's job to do this. It's God's job to take care of your parents. It's God's job to take care of everything that is in need of by whomever. But it's my job to pray. It's my job to pray. And that's what I do. That's what I do now. I pray. If I have it, I'll do it. If I don't, then I'm not going to sit here and burden myself and feel bad about not being able to do stuff, for my family. And as far as, our children, and things like that, I had to learn how to step back and let my daughter grow up. Stop running at every beck and call and, stop worrying myself silly because it's worrying is a sin. That I have learned. You know how they say hearing comes by the word. And, so I've heard Bishop say this over and over again that worrying is a sin. Worrying is a sin. And, when you hear something like that and it sticks with you, that means it's for you. He's trying to talk to you and tell you something. So I heard it and I heard it and I heard it and I got it. Worrying is a sin. I'm not saying that I never ever will worry again, and I'm not saying that I'm not human because humans worry. But as for me, I'm gonna learn how to step back and let God do His thing. And this is for those of us who are believers, those who are not believers, those who want to believe, those who don't know how to believe. This is for every and anybody and everybody. So I love you guys, and I just pray that you just learn to have peace with life and just step back and let God be who He is in your life. Let Him be, because believe you me, He makes ways that where there's no way at all, no way. If He can part the Red Sea, He can do what He can do for you. Y'all be blessed. Bye.